I'm here talking today. I'm in the park. Very beautiful day. I'm here talking today. You lose your job. Now what? Did you have a plan A? Did you have a plan B? Did you have something structured just in case something like this arises? What are you going to fall back on? What are the things that you put in place that just in case this thing happen, what am I going to do? And why am I speaking on this today? Because I have been there. I have been there, and I always urge, I encourage persons, you know what? Try to find something to do on the side. Find something to do that can generate that extra source of income for you, just in case that day come, just in case something like that happen, right? And it all goes back to me starting my online business. Before I know anything about doing a business or running a business or start a business, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. And I remember one day we were talking to our apostle, and he said, it's time for some of you to get up. Pardon. It's time for some of you to get up and start doing something for yourself, right? Like running a business. And you know what? I took that to heart because sometimes persons will give sound good counseling and it just go through one ears and come through the other for some persons. But in that event, that wasn't me. And, I started doing my research and I said, okay, then what business can I do? What can I do that won't interfere with my 9 to 5? And, I was talking to the Lord about it. And I said, okay. And I pray about it. I said, I need something to do. But while I was praying about it, while I prayed about it, I was still trying to do some researches of my own. And then I started to look into like Amazon, and that wasn't working. And I started doing my research. I see if I can find something from, get stuff from China and ship them here and sell them. That wasn't working out either. And I said to the Lord, what can I do? What business can I do? I need something to do on the side while I am still doing my 9 to 5. And I prayed about it and I left it because I know once I pray about it, the Lord is not going to steer me down a wrong path. I knew He's going to place in my hand whatever He wanted me to do. So I prayed about it and I left it. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining in. I prayed about it and I left it there. When I woke up the next morning, a cousin of mine sent me a message, but I did not open the message and because I was so busy at work. But for some reason, and I knew then it was the Holy Spirit, keep on pricking me, pricking me. Welcome, guys. Open the message, open the message. When I did open the message, I saw it was an advertisement of another of my fellow Jamaican talking about this online business. And I was there listening to it and like something about it grabbed me, something about it pricked me. And I said, okay, this sounds interested. I reached out to her. I sent her a message and I left it. The night when I was going to bed, I prayed. I said, God, if this is a business that you want me to, or if you send this business to me, let her give me an answer or reply back to me before the day end tomorrow. It was on a Thursday like this. I never forget. And it was a Friday. Hi, welcome. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. It was a Friday. Finally, it was going to be a Friday. I didn't remember nothing about the prayer that I said, what I spoke to God about. And then, oh, there's a lot of bugs. I'm in the park. And then I wake up the next morning. I was just going about my merry way. I did not remember, to honestly, guys, I did not remember. And then when I came back from running my errands the following day, it's like the Holy Spirit remind me, remember, hi guys, welcome. Remember that you sent that young lady a message. And I said, oh yeah, I did. When I went in my phone to a platform that she sent me the message on, she replied. And I said, okay, God, I thank you. I see where you're moving here. Mind you, anything that I'm doing, most of the things that I'm doing, once I put it to God, I wait on a confirmation. I have to get a confirmation. I am not, thank you very much. I am not going to do it unless I get the confirmation from God. And she did answer me before 5 o'clock because that's the prayer that I prayed. Let she get back to me before 5 o'clock. What she did. So when she reached out to me, when she answered me, I reached out to her, I said, okay, I am interested in running this business. What is it all about? Mind you, I know nothing about no business. I do not know, but I prayed about it and the Lord gave me an answer. I am going to be obedient. I prayed about it and she answered me and I said, okay. Then she said, okay, this is a business. This is what step 1, step 2, step 3. I said, okay, cool. She said, okay, then you need to do a strategy call with the coaches. I said, okay, that's fine. Because with the business, you have step by step, you have mentor, you have coaches that will, help you along the way. You have step by step training and the whole 9 yards. That's one of the beauty about I love about this online business that I'm currently running. And when I prayed again because I said to the Lord, I still needed another confirmation. And I said, okay, I'm supposed to do this strategy call sometime in a few days. Let them call me before this set time. And when that time come, my coach called me before that set time. And I said, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I did not ask God for no more confirmation about that business because I asked him 3 times and he gave me the answer 3 times. And now I've been running that business for over 2.5 consecutive years now. 2.5 years. I was doing my 9 to 5 while I was still running my business. Why am I giving this testimony? Why am I saying this, guys? You know, and my topic is, after you lose your 9 to 5, then what? Do you have a plan B? Do you have a backup plan? Did you put anything in place to back you up just in case, right? And I am glad I did step out in faith 2.5 years ago when I started this online business. Because if it wasn't for that, now that I am out of a job, my online business is what is working for me, is bringing in that money that I can pay my bills, right? You have a lot of persons, they lose their 9 to 5 and they do not know what to do because they didn't have a structure. They did not put no plan in place. And I always tell my clients this: a 9 to 5 does not belong to you. It is not yours. You are taking up a temporary space for somebody, and you never know the day when your boss can call you in that office and tell you, okay, then your service is no longer needed. One of my business partner, she says something very profound, and I took that thing to heart. She said, there's going to become a day when we are all going to be out of a job one way or the other. Is she lying? No, she's not. Whether it be sickness, whether it be accident, whether it be termination, whether it be the company closed down, you may never know. So I always urge persons, find something to do on the side that is bringing in you that extra income. And I have this lady that I used to work with. She's older because I'm a CNA, guys, and my name is Michelle, for those who know, and I am an online business owner. I've been running my business for 2.5 years now. And I was working with her, and that lady, she hardly can move, she hardly can make it. And I'm so compassionate, it goes hard for her. And I said to her, why are you still working at this time? What's going on? She said to me, Michelle, I cannot afford to retire. Mind you, this lady has passed retirement age and she's doing CNA work. For those who do not know what CNA work is, let me tell you, it's not easy. I am in my mid 40s, right? And let me tell you, when I was doing it, it was taking a toll on my body. So I can just imagine for her. And my bowels of compassion go for that lady, because guess what? I don't know if she did not make no preparation back then for where she at now. I don't know. But obviously something went wrong. And I tell persons, do not wait for that moment when that time come and you do not know what to do. You are spinning around like a headless chicken. You get what I'm saying? Make that preparation. Start building a foundation for yourself. The job that you're going to, you are building up somebody else's legacy, right? When you go there and you put in all that time and effort, right? What you think you're doing? The bigger boss is up in his big mansion, relaxing while you're making them money, right? Why not start doing it for yourself? Why not start a structure for yourself? Why not build your legacy that you can leave something for your children? Or if you don't have no children, leave it for your generation. My kids are grown. I do not have no young children, but I still want to make an example. I still want to leave something. If in the case they decide to give me grandchildren, I want to have something to leave for them and show them that, listen, you do not have to only work for somebody else. And I know let me speak about my culture. I don't know whoever is watching is from my culture, but let me speak from my culture. In my culture, when I was growing up, they did not tell us that we could run a business. Only thing they say, go to school, get a good education, you can work big corporate jobs and make money. right? And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. I promise you, there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is, why didn't you tell me that I could run a business? I can establish something for myself and my generation. Why could they couldn't say that? Because there's nobody in their generation who told them that they could run a business for themselves. They could establish a business for themselves. So they pass on what they know. And my apostle always said, you cannot give what you don't have. Huh? You cannot give what you do not have, right? They could not pass that down to me because they didn't get it. But now that my eyes are open and somebody passed it down to me, I am passing it down to my children, and I am passing down to whomever I can speak to about this. Guys, start establishing a business for yourself. Whether it's a brick and mortar or is an online business. I can only speak for the online business that I am doing. And I said, persons, if I come on and I speak about this business and it's not for you, then it's not for you. But guess what? I still advise you, find something to do on the side. I chose online business because online business is better than a brick and mortar. Brick and mortar comes with too much overhead. A brick and mortar comes with too much overhead, right? Online business, what kind of overhead you have? Maybe if you have products, right? Or what my phone bill that I use, or if I'm home, my internet bill, right? And I just keep it moving, little to nothing overhead, right? And guys, if you should take a good look around, take a good look around. Everything is going online. Persons are skeptical about the online space. I do get it. But you have to remember, when COVID hit, what everybody was doing, even the very doctors was doing stuff online, right? So eventually, all of this that you're doing with the brick and mortar is going to be no more. It's going to be no more. I've been running my business for 2.5 years now, and I can lift my hands to the heaven and say, thank God, the day when you gave me that business in my hand, I did not waver. I stepped out in faith. I made that bold move, and I started running my online business. Right? Persons who want to make extra income on the side, what they do, they maybe go find a next 9 to 5 or pick up something on the side. If that is you, hats off to you, that is okay, right? But I chose not to. I'm in my middle 40s, right? And I refuse to go do too extra hard work that is going to take a toll on my body. I wanted something to look forward to for retirement. Is the 9 to 5 is going to give me my retirement? Absolutely. But guess what? It's going to take a longer time that I have anticipated or I have expected. So I decided, listen, my 9 to 5 is what is going to do it for me. If I still so desire that I want to do another 9 to 5, then I will do so. If not, I focus on my online business fully, right? No, I am not working. My online business is what is doing it for me, guys. And as I said, I can only speak about online business. I can speak about anything else. But if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But I still urge you, find a business to do. And person say, oh, I can't do it. I don't know where to start. Go online. Chat GPT is there too. Ask what business can I do? What business can I start? Get what I'm saying? If you're interested in the online business that I am doing, I can be more than happy to help you get started. It's not hard. We have mentor, we have coaches. I am a mentor as we speak, right? We have an automated system. You, while you're still in a 9 to 5, it's working and it's running for you, right? We have step by step in video based training. We have our meetings that we keep every Wednesday night that keep you abreast. Persons come and share their testimony, share all their journey is going, share things that you can do to enhance your business, right? And there's a lot more to it than that I am speaking about, guys. You have persons, and let me tell you, you have detectives that is in our business. You have doctors who are in our business. You have nurses who are in our, you have engineers who are in our business. Our business is global. We are in to 10 to 15 countries. We are global, and we keep our annual business meeting every year where everybody come together as one, and we get to meet each other as a family. We have book clubs that is a part of this business. So there's a lot that you can do, guys. You have persons who quit their 9 to 5 because I have a RN. We know RN they make good money, and she said she was making more from this business than what she was doing, getting paid with RN. But what she did, she quit and she started running this business full time, guys. Guys, I am telling you, it doesn't have to be the one that I'm talking about, but I'm here to bring awareness. I am here to tell you guys that there's stuff out there that you can do. And you have persons say, oh, I'm not technologically savvy. It's not about that. It's video based training, and you have to change your mindset. I remember when I just started this business, there's a lot of things I have to learn learn, relearn, and unlearn because I still have that employee mindset, not knowing that, listen, get yourself together. You're a business woman now. You're running your own business now. You can't take that mindset into this. So there are certain things I had was to put aside. And you will have persons said, oh, I don't know where to start. Do your research, do your due diligence. Persons who come in this business, I said, before you make any decision, go do your research. Or if you're a man or woman of God like I am, pray about it because I did pray about it. That is why I can sit here, talk about it, and running it for 2.5 years now. At the end of this year, it's going to be 3 years. And if it wasn't doing good for me, I would have done what we did a long time, right? And I know persons is skeptic about the online space, but our business founders, they said one thing that I held dearly. They said, if you want to know if our business work, look at the numbers. And I'm going to tell you, we have an estimate about over 250,000 in this business. So my thing is, if this business wasn't working or is not legitimate, quarter of a million. So much person would be in it running their business successfully. They're running their business successfully. So I'm just here to tell you guys, even if it's not about the, but because as I said, I can only speak about this business. I can speak about no other business because I've never be a part of those business. I've never run a brick and mortar business before. So I can only speak about this one that I am a part of, right? You have persons who pay off mortgage. There's this girl that business partner I admire so much. She's from Nigeria. She opened a car mart through this business. And I know it's going to be hard to believe, but let me tell you, it does happen. There is business out there that can put you at the place that you always wanted. You all you have to do is just do your research. Do your research. And I said, even if it's not this business, guys, find something to do on the side. Do something on the side, guys. Don't sit around and wait until you have lost your 9 to 5. Then you're going to start scruffing around and ask, oh my God, what am I going to do? Or you fall under the coulda, shoulda, woulda era, right? Find something to do, guys. If it's a brick and mortar, it works for you, then do the brick and mortar. If the online work for you, it works for you. As I said, the online space works for me because it's more manageable. And only thing I put in my business daily is maybe 2 or 3 hours if I want to. If I want to put in more, then I will put in more, right? It's flexible. You work at your own pace, at your own schedule timing, right? No rush. And we don't chase after people. We don't sell no products. No. Hard to believe, huh? Yes. But I said, if guys you're interested, you can reach out to me and I will give you some free information. I will send you some free webinars that you can watch. The webinars are totally free. That will give you a breakdown of the business. And if it's for you, then it's for you. If it's not for you guys, then I totally understand. But I still urge you and I still encourage you, find something to do on the side. Don't sit around and wait for a 9 to 5. Don't be building up somebody else's empire when you can be out there starting yours and building up yours as well, guys. It works. This business works. I am a woman of God. And if it didn't work, I wouldn't be out here telling persons or telling you that it did not work. It does work. So if you're interested in this business, you know what? You can reach out to me, send me a message, right? You can follow my page and I will be more than happy to get you some free information, right? Because it works. I'm sitting in the park today. It's a beautiful day. I'm under this huge tree. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful, right? So I would advise you guys, start something. Don't wait until you lose your job. Don't wait until you've been in that position that you say, you know what am I going to do? Why didn't I find something to do earlier than me doing this now? That me scruffing around can't find nothing to do. And guess what? If you lose your job today, it's a possibility you're going to find another one, yes, but for how long? I saw this girl online and she said she was looking for a job and she put out 45 application. 40 is it true or not? I don't know. She put it up, but I can just imagine 45 application before she could get a yes. That is the time that we're living in now, right? And it's okay. It is okay if the 9 to 5 is for you. It is okay if you're one of them who's in a, nah, I'm not doing that. That is okay. I still salute, I still understand, but I still urge you. If it's just even cook in your house and start selling, even sell some juice. But guys, find a business to do. It doesn't have to be the one that I am doing, right? You never know. There's this girl from Africa. She's one of my business partners, and she said something very profound. And I held on to this until this day because I'm in this business 2.5 years now. You know what she said? She said there's going to come a time when you're going to be out of a job one way or the other. And I held on to those words. When I said I held on to those words, guys, because you can be out of a job, whether they fire you, whether sick, whether illness, or what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can be out of a job one way or the other. And when that time comes, what are you going to do? Did you put something in place? Did you set a foundation? Just in case, how am I going? How are you going to pay the mortgage? How are you going to pay the rent, the car note, the insurance, right? This business run on automation. While you're doing what you're doing, it's working for you, it's generating that income for you. That's how unique the system is. Right, guys, I'm just here to bring awareness and give some information that there's things out there to do. There's things out there that you can do. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. I was on TikTok the other day and this lady put up a post and she said, you need a degree to go work for that person that you're working for, but you do not need a degree to run your own business. Powerful, powerful. A lot of persons don't look at it that way. A lot of persons do not look at it that way. I will urge you guys, start your own business. Find something to do. As I said, you're interested, reach out to me and I will sure to give you some more information. Y'all be blessed and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.